Hello all. In this video we will be looking at a good article in The Sun from yesterday, the 1st of September, from Matt Dathan, don't know how you say that. Then we will be looking at the latest breaking news. So, this article, Boris Johnson will throw no Brexit rebels out of the Conservative Party within 48 hours. He says he has deployed his whips to deliver this very simple message to Tory MPs on Monday that failing to vote with the government on Tuesday will be destroying the government's negotiating position and handing control of Parliament to Jeremy Corbyn. A senior source from the Whip's office said on Sunday night, any Conservative MP who does this will have the whip withdrawn and will not stand as a Conservative candidate in an election. Around 20 Tory Remainers remain defiant despite Number 10's threat to deselect them. It sparked fears of a formal split in the Tory party as early as this week, with many vowing to stand as independent candidates at the next election. On Sunday night, relations between Number 10 and Tory Remainers were in tatters after Mr Johnson pulled the plug on a meeting with Philip Hammond's gang of 22 MPs that was scheduled for lunchtime on Sunday in his Commons office. Instead, he invited Mr Hammond, the rebel ringleader, in for one-to-one talks, but the ex-Chancellor snubbed the PM and blasted him for being discourteous. Downing Street cancelled Sunday's showdown talks with rebels after former Justice Secretary David Gauke said he would vote for the rebel bill to delay Brexit this week, even if it meant losing the Tory whip. His hardline stance was blamed for the PM's decision to cancel the meeting. Now this slide, ahead of a crucial week that should decide whether Brexit will be delayed beyond October the 31st. Michael Gove refused to rule out the prospect of the PM breaking the law to force through a no-deal Brexit by ignoring fresh legislation requiring him to seek another Article 50 extension. Tony Blair has warned Jeremy Corbyn to block any bid by Boris Johnson to call a snap election because it would only increase the chances of a no-deal Brexit. Panicked EU Brexit chief Michel Barnier has been lobbying EU leaders to back a tough new stress test to be applied to any new British proposal to replace the hated backstop, amid fears that the key players such as Angela Merkel are preparing to offer a compromise. The government launched its biggest ever information campaign, as we just discussed in the previous video, with ads advertising the public on how to get ready for Brexit. It also says The Sun can reveal Philip Hammond is trying to rush through his reselect process to avoid getting thrown out of the party. Up to 20 Remainers are considering forming their own breakaway party. And finally, on Sunday night, a senior source from the Whip's office said there is a chance of a deal on October the 17th only because Brussels realises the Prime Minister is totally committed to leaving on the October the 31st. All MPs face a simple choice on Tuesday, to vote with the government and preserve the chance of a deal, or vote with Corbyn and destroy any chance of a deal. Finally, looking at the latest news today from The Telegraph. Brexit latest news. Tory rebels accuse Boris Johnson of setting a trap to force a snap election. As we've just discussed as well, from The Guardian, Blair tells Labour to avoid early Brexit election because Corbyn's unpopularity could help the Tories. Blair says Boris Johnson wanted an early election because it would be a trap for Labour. Rather than voting for an early election, MPs should insist on a referendum, he said. Now, clearly not taking this advice, according to the BBC, Jeremy Corbyn, speaking ahead of a shadow cabinet meeting, said an election would be the democratic way forward. So, a good article there from Matt talking about this cancelled meeting yesterday and given us a good grounding on what we need to know at the start of this very important week in the Commons. The two different uses of the word trap in the breaking news was very interesting. Is this what the Prime Minister is doing, laying a trap? We will soon see. It should be a fascinating week. Thanks for your time. Like, subscribe and comment if you appreciate what we do. Hello all. In this video